And we are back. Yes, welcome
Hello!
back.
Hello.
So that was a little bit intense, but we're going to go ahead and move right along. You are searching for the area where the teleportation circle either exists or used to exist, and it's near the center of town. It's a fairly convenient location, a nondescript warehouse from the outside. On the inside, there's a secured location that has the teleportation circle, so you know where you're going. I'm going to go ahead and say, is there anything else anyone wants to do while they are on their way to that area?
I mean,
I'm gonna actually, Ghost is gonna look over at Echo and be like, okay, so I am thinking Gallic and Thorn are not actually here. Do you do the talking, the long talking?
no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But-
You're mentioning a thing I forgot to do.
Mm.
I am so sorry. I knew I was going to do this, and I forgot it.
How
So,
dare?
Jeff, Calder got a 16 on his persuasion check when everyone else was making their checks, and I absolutely forgot to address
Perception. It was a perception.
that. For him, it was persuasion.
I made the
Persuasion.
persuasion check.
And that's why this particular bit of information is coming to him, because it was the persuasion check. Gallic and Thorn are not unknown. Like, individually, Goliaths aren't super, like, common. But
Yeah, like, the
halflings
further
are
north
everywhere.
you go.
But a pair of halfling and Goliath that are performers and fighters, like, that's well known. You, in fact, are able to recover with your 16 persuasion check. Someone will pull out, like, a flyer. And that flyer lists today's date, as the, like, WrestleMania style extravaganza happening in Neverwinter on today's date, featuring the new tag team champions, Gallic and Thorn, defending their titles against who? Somebody fill that in. Who are they going against?
The fucking shield.
The Shield. Yes.
I mean,
Look, I don't care if they're a real like fat mini faction or whatever in WWE. It is also a perfectly good name to use in this setting.
Absolutely. Probably two like heavy armor fighters with big swords and shields, and their whole strength is that you cannot penetrate their carapace or something like that. I don't know. We'll come up with something. So
get past their guard.
with that, you're able to
Can't
tell
use the
that
word penetrate like that.
Well, I have good news. Well, I'll yeah. That so when we get a moment, we'll. Well, I have good news.
Uh-huh.
They're not here.
Okay.
Well, he'll pull out the flyer and hand it to Echo first.
Oh, and hands it up to Ghost.
Oh, Echo, you are aware of this this local wrestling organization that has been going from like town to town. The fact that they're playing in Neverwinter is actually kind of a surprise. It's definitely a step up for this upcoming ALC, like, I don't know, Adventurer Championship League, ACL.
Huh.
ACL.
So
We're going to go with ACL. The
So as he
Adventurers Championship League.
As he hands it to Ghost. So if they were coming towards Mirabar, they might have taken a ship down the river around to Neverwinter. I mean,
They named their performance after a muscle. Fascinating.
I think it's a tendon. I don't actually know. A
Do
joint?
you think he knows the difference?
I don't know the difference.
that's just one of the other circus people being like, I think it's a tendon.
I literally don't know. I only know that it's bad when a pitcher hurts it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so good. That means that they weren't anywhere
It is-
near here.
It's
I
a
mean-
ligament.
But I mean, it's just kind of their face and their names on the flyer. I thought you said they were trying to lay low from, like, Xanathar and all that, Ghost.
I mean, we met them in the context of them being wrestlers at the Xanathar, so I'm not sure they understand the word subtlety.
So there is a thing that happens in the wrestling community where sometimes you are picked up by a different promotion occasionally, usually for more money, sometimes for a little bit of prestige. Sometimes you can just get some side jobs and they pay you like about 20 gold if you're lucky. Sometimes it's in silver, which is not great. That's okay. But mostly the concept of laying low, this works
I mean, yeah,
because you know the big boss, he does not usually leave Waterdeep, so
oh yeah, and there's reasons why other people don't tend to try to muscle in on Neverwinter territory criminal wise.
yeah, this is more like I have been hired by a different organization to do fancy dances for them.
All right. Well, then they're not here, so we don't.
Yeah, excellent, fantastic. You do not have the long call ability?
No, I'm not. I'm not that powerful yet. Like Calder
No,
had a scroll, but we used it.
I can't do it. I'll find somebody else. It's fine. It's not the problem. I'm sure somebody can help me later. I want to know if they win.
Like, I think Sven can do it. Wait, that's what you want to use it for?
I am not
Well,
dead.
now they're not dead. This like now I want to know if they win. Obviously, but then they're gonna be like, "Where are you? I know where they are. Is the side."
I look forward to a day when we have less important things to worry about.
Echo just starts laughing his head off.
Okay. I am having a seriously big issue with my microphone right now, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't. You can't hear me for some reason, and I can't hear you on my headphones. So keep role playing, and I will catch up much later. I'm gonna try to fix my goddamn headphones.
Technical difficulties.
Yay!
We are on Twitch.
So,
like, I think as we are sitting around, like, helping the people we got out of the building, like, get hydrated a bit and, like, check them over for injuries or whatever, like, we have a little bit to just sit here and talk.
Yeah. Ghost will be like, I hope that they do the backflips that I taught them. That would be so cool. I hope they will give me the full lowdown, and it will be great and awesome. Also, Calder, why you said the no earlier before, and now have not said nothing?
Well, we were a little bit busy until recently, so.
You have been letting me talk for literal hour, and you have said nothing. Now, I did not let you get in a word edgewise, and that is my problem, but I am now curious.
All right. Well, thank you for acknowledging your own, how should I say, grandiloquence. So.
Thank you. I have been working on myself.
Well, kudos. I'm going to need some of that myself after a while. I had a vision while I was having my cat nap. And it was not one it was one that I was almost expecting, but did not anticipate the result. Remind me, Eka, how much have I told you about where I come from and the events involved?
Well, I've been to your home. We settled most of the goblins there, and I've met a lot of your family, like in just like a hi, hey, formal greeting. Like, we didn't take meals with most of them, and that was okay. And you told me a little bit about your stepmom and
my stepmom is a
heritage there.
Yeah, she's a interesting lady. But do you remember my father?
Yeah.
I know nothing about this person.
Well, Ghost, I don't know. Did you meet Anton in passing when you came into the camp and was hired, or nah?
The shiny one?
Yeah.
Very loud, kind of annoying.
Yes.
Punchable face.
Yeah.
Defining characteristic.
There was two of those. The tall one, though, right? The tall one?
Yeah.
The one that, yeah. human.
The one who said that very weird thing at the battle.
So I was Calder's older brother. And then his dad's similar vein, if a bit more subtle about it, was my takeaway from meeting him. Subtle and public about it.
The best advice I have for comparing my father to Anton is don't. They are outwardly quite similar, but they do not think alike. They do not behave alike. Anton is my father is everything my brother wants to be, but has no idea how to get there. He is a bastard in the highest order, and not in the fun, mocking way, but in the way that makes him sincerely dangerous.
So what does this have to do with whoever you spoke to? You said it was
My
your
mother,
actual mom? Your birth mother?
my birth mother. And I got some very odd revelations that I have every reason to trust and believe, which really sucks.
Wait, so you'd never met your birth mother
Never.
before this vision?
No, never. I've never had any contact with them. I was never told any details about them save for the obvious. He taps his horns.
So what's she like?
How much do you know about the hierarchy of hell?
Absolutely nothing.
Same. Nothing. Like, no.
Well, Cliff
And
Notes.
we know nothing because we
No.
know nothing.
Cliff Notes version. Sorry. So, what is it? Volo's Notes version.
There's a Cliff guy. He has notes. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but Volo has that entire line of books for how to explain something to someone very stupid. So
Volo's Guide to Idiots.
yeah, Volo's Guide to Dragons, Volo's Guide to Idiots, Volo's Guide to Chult.
It's not a bad book.
All right,
There's a
give me
whole
the
thing.
guide to hell.
There are 9 layers of hell. All of them are terrible.
Mhm.
They're all varying degrees of terrible. Each one layer of hell is ruled by an archduke, a person in charge of that entire plane of existence. And each plane of hell is larger than Faerun. They are absolute monarchs of the truest, highest order.
Okay.
All of them are ruled by Asmodeus. That is a name you definitely should know.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard people say that when they stub their toe and shit. Yeah, I've heard Asmodeus before.
Yeah. Asmodeus has a daughter.
Okay.
She is the ruler of the 4th layer, I believe.
Okay.
And she is my
Is
mother.
like the number 4 important? Like, is it something special?
Hold, wait. She's your mom? The ruler
What?
of one of the what?
Glaysa of the 4th layer, the Eternal City.
Wait, hold up. There is a city bigger than this continent?
Yes. It's hell. Don't worry about it.
The wrestling shows.
No. It's like it sucks. Trust me, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't
They
think there's a
would be
lot of
bad?
I don't think there's a lot of people enjoying themselves in hell.
As a rule, no.
Well, then we have to fix that.
Okay, so wait. So your
That's
mom is a high devil, grand devil?
And Archduke of Hell, yes. Archduchess, anyway.
Archduchess of Hell. Okay. And she reached out to you?
After a fashion. You may have noticed this shiny thing. He'll tap the staff.
Yeah.
Midway spell, I received a vision from a very large, very corpulent devil.
So it's a separate vision, different vision. This was when you were casting the illusion on us, yeah?
Yeah.
That's when you got the stick.
When the stick was appeared, yes.
Okay.
It turns out that she used that opportunity to want to speak and made an offer to me that it offered me power and the means of victory if I would but accept if I would accept a condition of a favor.
Calder,
Yes.
what did you do to get the staff?
Told him to get fucked at first.
Did he say that sounds like a great idea? I will do that now. Excuse me.
But
And
you
then
have the staff.
He then told me that if I refused, it was to inform me that the offer did not come from him, but came from my mother. And then told me her name.
So how did you get the staff though?
The price they wanted for it was the agreement to take a meeting with her, where she would ask me to do her a favor.
So do you
So
owe
what is
a
the
favor?
Getting to that, I think my payment for the meeting was the staff.
Okay, so then you did that in the dream when you were napping, right? Like that, is that paid off? Is that all square?
The meeting I had with her went odd. She offered me a task, and in exchange, information to help us end the war.
So do something for her and she'll give us intel.
Yes.
And that is separate from the do the meeting, get the staff.
I am presently debtless to her.
What? Wait, hold on. But did you accept the task?
The offer wasn't for the task, it was for a favor. She just told me everything.
All of these words sound exactly the same.
She told me a condition of information, and from there she is allowing me to make my own conclusions.
So the offer is still on the table, but you didn't take it.
It's more that if the deal is concluded, what I do with the information is now mine.
Oh, okay.
But if you do something with the information now before the deal is concluded, then you owe her?
No.
Okay.
I owe her nothing.
So confused.
I owe her nothing and will continue to owe her nothing. But she gave me information that I can't ignore, which I have a feeling is just what devils do.
So you're thinking about doing the task anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a quick pause. I'm away from my mic, but I'm doing a quick pause.
Okay.
So just to be clear, at the moment, this is on an off-game level. Calder does, in fact, owe Glaysa. He has not actually done the thing that she has.
Yeah, but I'm not telling.
Yes,
sir, but I'm not telling them this.
That's fine. I just want to make sure this is not an out-of-character misunderstanding.
This is
a deliberate thing. Okay.
No,
Thank you.
This is Calder controlling his information.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Game on.
And then poor low int fellows over here are trying to follow.
I want to be clear. I have average intelligence.
What is that? What is that? What number? What you got?
I got a 10.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, you're 2 more than Echo. All right.
All right, so
I understand 2 colors that are not black or white. They are gray and yellow, orangey.
She told me about the circumstances of my existence and the information that my father made a deal with the devil for power. For the power to destroy his enemies and the power to no longer feel helpless.
Ghost is gonna get up and go and side hug Calder at this point in time. He's going to go, your eyes went all glassy. If you want to stop talking about this, I understand.
He'll lean into the hug a little bit. Just
it's
my father sacrificed my brother's mother, Anton's mother, Silas's mother, Desmond's mother.
Is that why they're like Anton is such a dick?
That
I
is
think Anton has a million reasons why he's a dick.
this is just not helpful. She
It's just like
got,
another one then.
more or
Fuck
less.
that, dude. That's shitty.
Suffice to say, Anton is an asshole, and at present, I have the opinion that he has every right to be, given circumstances.
But okay, I'm confused. So she came and she was like, "Hey, come talk to me. I'll give you the stick to sweeten the deal." And then when you talk to her, she's like, "Hey, I have this thing I want done," and you're like, "Maybe I'll do it."
And now I think I should.
And you think you should,
Okay.
but this is the first you've ever talked to her or heard that she's even your mother.
Yeah. And we talked for longer than I was out, don't worry. I asked a lot of
Oh, yeah,
questions.
no.
You
That
were
stuff
only
goes weird.
asleep for 10 minutes though.
Yeah, dream talking is very fucking weird. It can happen a lot.
Dream
in a little.
talking?
Yeah, like I said, I've gotten messages
can
and
give
stuff when I'm asleep.
I can give you a dream that will feel
I
like
missed that
that can feel like an entire lifetime.
Yeah, but like, well, why
Yeah.
now? You're a little busy. Like, why would she come to you about this now?
Because of a new factor in play that needs to be changed, and frankly, I don't know what to do about it, and that's why I'm bringing it up here.
Okay, what is it?
So,
As
Yeah,
I
what
mentioned, my father is most definitely guilty of, demonic sacrifice.
do you want us to kill him?
Not kill him. She wants me to take his power away.
So
so
she's
we, like, brought all
undoing
of-
their deal.
Yes. Because
But-
he reneged on his corner of the contract.
Isn't his corner of the contract you?
No, turns out. I was not the way he got his power. I am what I am. My existence is what she demanded in payment.
She wanted the kid so bad that she let some creep, no offense, but also offense, like do the touching of her.
Yes.
But
Okay,
also, like, congratulations, but also, like, I'm sorry.
so
it
she
turns
wants.
She wants me to take away his powers because he has reneged on his portion of the deal. The deal is that I would be his final child and there would be no others. There
Wait.
are now others.
You
Well,
have
okay, so like
little
on the
sibling somewhere.
upside,
I
okay,
have
so like on the upside though, at least she's not like hunt down his other children and do murders.
I have a feeling she knows that would be a bridge too far.
That's good.
She wants me to take away his powers and to incentivize me. She told me about how I was made and how much he deserves to be punished for his actions.
Yeah, that's. She just can't take away his powers. I mean, she gave them to him.
It's not
So,
that's not how the contracts work, apparently.
Like, so actually I can spread some light on this type of a thing because my mother does not like act directly because it's a lot easier to get tied down by the laws of the mortal plane when you are physically there to do a thing, and instead we'll have like little people that you make deals with in order to do the thing so that you don't get stuck in fate and have more responsibilities that you did not normally want.
Is it weird that I actually understood that?
Yeah, no, I got that part. Okay. how quickly does she want this done? Like I said, we're busy right now. Like
Exactly. I don't know. I don't think there is a timetable, but I do think that it needs to happen soon. Father is somewhere out there. There is a young woman and an infant who is days old, whom my father has every reason in the world to murder.
do you think he doesn't know?
I don't
they are?
know how. I do not know how much he knows. Not in this regard. I've sent him a letter informing him of Anton's betrayal, but I don't know when he'll receive that.
Well, I mean, if she can't just like snap her fingers and strip him of his power, then I don't think he has any reason to suspect anything's wrong, right?
Yes, but he might learn that she's alive through his spies, and if that he learns that, then he would be acutely aware of how much his life would be in peril. He might try and kill her to save his own ass.
But the deal's already broken.
It would be an apology. Knowing him, he would probably sacrifice her for an audience to beg forgiveness.
Echo just kind of walks over to you and gives you a hug and just says, your dad is so fucked up. Like, even
I
if
didn't. Oh no!
I'm seeing what you're saying of like, even if she didn't want you to go fuck up his power structure, the like, wow, does this guy need his ass kicked?
Yeah, this is why I under normal circumstances, if a devil wants you to do a thing, odds are you shouldn't do it on principle. But that's not how life works, and that's not how they operate. And she made a very compelling argument for why he needs to die.
Okay.
So,
I'm sure we can just fit that in between battles and.
Yes. So I tentatively accepted that offer, and so now I did earn my 2 questions for how to win the war.
But that also means that you absolutely have to follow through in it.
It says she gave me a method to remove his powers. I don't have to kill anyone, and nothing I do after that point should damn my soul. Not how double contracts work.
Okay.
My two questions were very interesting, though.
Okay.
The first question I asked was, how do I bring Anton back into the fold?
You want him back on this
No,
side?
that's not what I asked. I asked how would I?
Well, I feel like if we turn him into a sheep,
you can do that.
No,
it could work. You bring him.
I could absolutely.
That's not the meaning.
I can turn Anton into a sheep. It won't undo the thing that was done.
Yeah, but then he will be in the fold.
Well, that's the issue. Turns Echo. He had something done to him.
Right? What's like? Is that what he betrayed us for? Some sort of ritual? I mean, they're doing a ton of fucking rituals over there.
We're dealing with Belak.
Yeah.
We know how Belak takes people to his side. We've seen it.
Believe me, I know.
So if he did that, why would he enter into that willingly?
Well, we don't know what that is.
Stupid.
I don't. If you have a method of mind control, why would you do anything else? It's perfect. It ensures perfect loyalty in your mind.
You don't need mind control to bribe power-hungry fucks.
No, you don't.
Look at your own father.
Yes.
He did
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I know that, but we do. What was done to him can only be undone with death. That was my answer. Which means he didn't go willingly. This means that he doesn't have free will. He cannot get out of it of his own volition. I can't bribe him. I can't convince him. I have to kill him and resurrect him to bring him back into the fold. That was the answer.
Wait.
Which means he is being controlled.
Wait, question.
Yes.
You can only bring him back with death or with his death?
I can only bring him back after he is killed.
after he is dead?
I kill Anton and bring him back to life.
But it was very specifically like Anton has to be the one to die.
Yes.
Okay.
You think
because
it's the mines?
Because it could be something else.
It means that
And,
this confirms my suspicion that Belak is using the vines to control things again.
Well, yeah.
It explains why he has such powerful entities under his thumb.
But Dream saw Morgenthal. Morgenthal isn't all vined up.
Morgenthal isn't all vined up, and Dream said that Anton walked away of his own free will. If you have someone walking away from your own free will, why do you subject him to the vines?
I mean, it kind of made the people that we were fist fighting in the Sunless Citadel really fucking powerful.
I know Anton. Anton is a vain motherfucker. He would never do anything that that reduces him from looking anything shy of a golden god.
Unless it made him stronger?
No, not even then.
Okay.
Oh, that seems stupid. I would have done it for if it made me stronger.
But
No.
the takeaway is, Anton needs to be killed.
Anton needs to be killed for us to bring him back, but also it means that we were lied to, or at the very least misled.
What was your second question?
I asked, what is something that the enemy desperately does not want us to know?
And?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
good.
They do not, the powers they are channeling for their power, for their ritual, for their entire war strategy is threadbare. They do not have as much control as they would seem to project. Any sort of disruption, anything that threatens that energy transfer, that channel, anything that can disrupt it to a significant degree has a very real chance of undoing everything that they are doing. Like
breaking concentration on a spell.
Yes, they are essentially performing a tremendously powerful ritual, but their control over it is meager at best. They are trying to hold back the ocean on the other side of a dam through a spigot.
That is not a smart thing to do. Is basically impossible.
Yes, they are attempting to. They've managed to enslave a Tarask. That is not an easy thing to do, and it would be psychotic to try.
You want to punch one though.
Yes, of course I want to shoot us. I want to hit it with spells, and you want to punch it. Makes only perfect
like a
sense.
great plan.
Yes, but critically, it means that the way that they use to do it is unstable.
Yeah.
And they desperately don't want us to know that, because now that we do know that, we can formulate a counter strategy by just breaking it.
Do you think that if we break their control over the Tarask will like go away quietly, or do we still get to punch it?
I think that if we break control of their ritual, they will lose control of the Tarask, and then they have an uncontrolled Tarask in their midst.
Well, it's also a summoning thing, right? It could just poof, like when you summon like a fireball or something, and you keep it there.
When you do like interplanetary transport and summoning and such, usually you only have a 1 minute window.
They are not sure that's what they are doing, because the Tarask is a terrestrial thing. It lives here. If it lives here and they teleported it in and teleported it away, this tells me that they have a measure of control over deploying it, and they had to perform the process of infecting it with vines from a controlled location. They found it when it was sleeping and infected it with the same vines.
If it's actually the Tarask that's from here. Vic was saying that there's a scroll or a spell or something that summons a whole new one for a short time, right?
But it would summon a whole new one. The thing they were describing had an energy blast that was destroying the buildings. A Tarask does not fire energy.
Do you think they bred it with a dragon?
I don't think they did anything to it. I think that they turned it into a war engine. I think that they infected it with vines, loaded it up with some other crazy nonsense magic, and have been deploying it like a weapon of mass destruction. They're using it like an attack dragon that they can teleport into the middle of a city.
Okay,
I mean,
so
this is an attack harass.
we need to get all of this info back to Barnabas and Sven and Vic and everybody.
Yes.
So we need to find that teleportation circle.
Yes, we do need to find the teleportation circle.
All right, well, let's try to go find the building it was in.
Okay, go ahead and announce that I am taking down the stream for a moment while I restart my computer.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard
They can
that.
hear me.
I don't know if y'all heard that.
Very loud.
He does this. He talks over me. Just as a heads up, guys, we're going to be pausing the stream. We have to restart the main computer that it's on. We will be back in like about 2-3 minutes, about